Yeah, to hell he has. Here's the latest. Real Madrid reached verbal agreement to sign Marco Cucurella from Chelsea. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place between all parties. Player 2. He's the left back wanted by Mourinho. Details to follow. Cucurella leaves Chelsea and joins Madrid after the World Cup. It makes me vex that a Mourinho at Real Madrid can go, Cucurella, I want him. And then we have people in our fan base going, God, get rid of these crap. You don't deserve pain. At this rate, you deserve pain. Cucurella, without question, one of the best players in the squad. But we failed him. And this is the problem. It's not about the player leaving. He's been here for 4 years, seeing exactly what this crap is about. He's had enough. And when people are doubting, going, oh, no, he's not kicked up a fuss, though. Maybe, no, it's not that. He's going to stick around. Don't worry. Yeah, okay, where are you at now, lads? People need to, honestly, acknowledge the truth around here. I just done a video on Joe Cole who explained it exactly as it is. For exactly as it is, and don't be scared to say it as it is. This is just the fact. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing. Now, this is going to be painted in a light. Let me tell you, it's going to be painted in the light of, but the player wanted to go. Let him go. He wanted to go. He wants out. Let him out. What took him to that? After dedicating for 4 years, what took him to that? Any other player would do the same thing. Other normal player. Now, unless it's just completely, 200% dedicated and loyal to the badge, right? I expect that from a Reece James, okay? Then that's on the player. But normally, this is why I tell you guys, don't expect loyalty from anyone. These are players' careers. And as long as they're doing what they have to do, you also have to give them what they're expecting. It's a two-way street. He's going to a place where he's going to find ambition, titles, elite levels. His game's going to be taken to the next level now. With all of those players at Real Madrid and Jose back in the dugout, oh my God. Personally requested by Jose as well. Elite, elite. Now, let's get into more. On the Marco Cucurella transfer fee, I will tell you more in the next few hours. What I can tell you now as an indication is it's more than £43 million. Real Madrid will pay important money. But Real Madrid are broke, guys. They're broke. They ain't got cash. That's what we were hearing. I'll tell you who's broke. Look in the mirror. That's who's broke. I say broke, obviously we're not poor on the street, but we've got limited funds. Limited. Now, you'll like this. Enzo Fernandez has liked Cucurella's Here We Go post. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. What a surprise. Don't worry. Enzo, you best believe Enzo is going to be doing every single flipping thing now he can. He gets on with Marco Cucurella brilliantly. On and off the pitch. He's going to pull every single string that he can possibly pull to get his move to Real Madrid. You best believe it. And then what is that going to look like? That's going to look like Real Madrid taking 2 of our players. There we are. Congratulations. We have officially become a stepping stone. Literally. You know, it's not like an Eden Hazard who dedicated, what was it, 8 years to the club? 7. 2012, 7 years. And at the end, gone, I've done everything I can do here. We've accomplished everything. It's time for me to go. I do want to play for Real Madrid once in my life. Cool. That's not stepping stone. That is the club and the player making that choice at the right time. This is players looking and going, well, this is not what I signed up for. I'm frustrated. This isn't going anywhere. This is not changing, and I'm running out of time. So I'm going to bounce. See you lot later. That's what it's like. That's what this is. Honestly. Ben Jacobs tells us more too. Real Madrid reached an agreement in principle with Chelsea for Marco Correa, as Fabrizio called. Atletico Madrid had also opened talks, but Cucurella has picked Real. Deal done quickly in the last 24 hours. So much so that this is what we heard yesterday, right? Do you remember? We spoke about it.
Not surprising, man. It's not surprising at all. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? I hope you guys can hear me, right? As I stream on YouTube, let me just spend time talking about this, and then from there we'll hop on. I will add Twitch to the mix so we can live stream the France versus Senegal. Fortunately, I will not be here for Iraq versus Norway. Nor will I be here for Argentina versus Algeria or Austria versus Jordan, which is gonna be at midnight my time. Midnight my time. Yeah, guys, Marco Corella is gone. He's gone. He left Chelsea, went to Real Madrid for a total of 64 million, right? I think about 58 without add-ons, right? I think that's what the case was. I might be wrong. And honestly, guys, I am not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, man. I'm not the kind of guy that's just gonna come out here and be like, you know, Cucurella, you fucking traitor, how dare you, right? How am I gonna say that when there's a 27-year-old and he's realizing that Chelsea has just gone back to square one. We've gone back to the beginning of the project, bro. So of course, I can't be mad as a Chelsea fan. Cucurella has decided, like, you know what? I'm bouncing, bro. Obviously, I felt like the moment I think Cucurella would have been fine with dealing with his future and moving to other clubs after the what you call it, after the World Cup. But when he realized that Real Madrid came calling, this motherfucker told his wife, told his agent to let Chelsea know, let Madrid know, I'm going. Probably told his wife to go ahead and pack his things up, go pack up, and take her ass back to España. And that's probably what happened, y'all. So I cannot be surprised at all, man. Look, I wish Cucurella the best, bro. It is what it is. People can't be coming out here saying there's a snake or none of that at all, bro. He's 27-year-olds, bro. The guy has Jamie Gittins and Garnacho playing in front of him. I want to ask all of you guys that's listening to me right now. If you have Jamie Gittins and Garnacho playing in front of you, and Real Madrid comes calling like, yo, come play for us. We have Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. that you can overlap and underlap with. Come on, bro. Which would you rather play with? It's not even about Real Madrid as a club or Chelsea as a club. It's about the players surrounding Cucurella, bro. The player surrounding Cucurella has a left back. It's shit. It's horrible. Think about it, guys. Motherfucker, like, bro, I gotta play with Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe. I'm moving. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. It is what it is. People cannot be frustrated at that, man. People cannot be mad at that. And I'm not mad at that at all when it comes to Cucurella, bro. Right? The guy signed for 64 mil and all that. Now, here's the thing that I have to say, right? Chelsea bought Cucurella from Brighton for about 60 mil. The same price that he's going towards Real Madrid, right? I felt like there's a way that I felt like we could have gotten a bit more, in my opinion. I felt like Chelsea could have gotten a bit more money from Cucurella because you are letting go one of the most experienced players. You're letting go one of the best players in Chelsea, and you're letting go one of the best players or the best at his position at the left back position. So to me, I was very, very frustrated and very, very saddened by the fact that you could not get more money from him. At least try to get into 70 mil. Now, you guys have to understand this, bro. This has to be understood. Things have changed, guys. If a player wanna go, you gotta let them go. If not, you're gonna create a locker room frustration, bro. You're gonna mess up, fuck up the chemistry at the locker room, at your dressing room. Look at Isak with Newcastle. Look at Jan Wissa with Brentford when he was trying to go to Newcastle. Or what about Victor Gyökeres when he was at Sporting Lisbon when he was trying to come to Arsenal? You cannot hold a player against their will, even if they're under contract. That's just how it is now. Times have changed. It is what it is, bro. And I'll be honest with you guys, I am all for player power as well. I am all for player power in the sense that if you want to leave, right, you want to hold your destiny in your hands, players should have the power to do so. Players should have the power to have their destiny in their hands, in my opinion. That's how I see it, right? In my opinion, bro. I've always believed that Cucurella will fit in right with Real Madrid, right? He'll play as a left back. He'll be so well, you know. Now obviously you can see a lot of people are gonna start hating, right? A lot of people are gonna start hating right now. No player has played more backward pass in a single World Cup game so far than Marc Cucurella, who recorded 21 against Cape Verde. Well, there you go, man. What you expect? Yeah, I mean, look, bro. Yeah, I see. People already lying, bro. Shout out to this guy. This is what status of the fool. His cutback passes from the wing are counted as backward passes. There you go. You see his pass selection. Now the moment he leaves Chelsea, all of a sudden everyone is now saying that he's a bad player. He's not a good player. He's incapable. You name all that. For me, is like the way I look at things right now is where do we go from here as a Chelsea fan, right? Like, I don't know if these people are always telling the truth, bro. That is just what it is. I never know if people are telling the truth, bro. Yeah, did Alonso say this? Yep, exactly. The thing with Twitter is that Twitter has a lot of lies, man. There's only a select few people that you can trust. That's why we always go to Fabrizio. That's why we always go to Ben Jacobs or Fabrizio Romano on Twitter because niggas are always fucking lying, guys. Always lying. That being said, let's see what other news that we can get from this. It's already a done deal, guys, right? It's already a done deal as of this moment. Um, yeah, let's see what this guy have to say. I'm sure this guy will
Yes,
explain it
Chelsea
right.
have agreed a deal
Let me
to
know if you
sell
guys can
Marc
hear this, guys.
Cucurella to
Guys on
Real
YouTube, can you guys
Madrid.
hear this?
Cucurella himself is in the US at the moment, preparing to play for Spain tomorrow against Cape Verde. But he will
Which
complete
was
his
which was
move to
which was
Real
an
Madrid
upset.
after the
The
World Cup.
fact that Spain could not score a single goal against Cape Verde was is one of the biggest upsets in this tournament so far, y'all. I won't lie to
Up.
y'all.
Now, he is a player who's been in demand. Lots of other clubs have been linked with a move for him, including Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Manchester
Yep.
City as well. But I think once Real Madrid came in for him, the player pretty quickly decided that that was the place he wanted to go. The fee hasn't been made public yet, but I'm led to believe that it will be more than around 50 million euros. Now, it's been a very busy summer already for Real Madrid. Obviously, we know they're going to get a new manager, Jose Mourinho, who will be starting next month. They've already signed Ibrahima Konate, free agent from Liverpool. They've got in Denzel Dumfries. They've made a move for Bernardo Silva as well, who's a free agent after leaving Manchester City. And they will be completing a deal for Cucurella. Cucurella obviously had a great time at Chelsea. He's been a key player for the club. He's such a tenacious left back, but
He's a
he is
rage
not one of the
baiter.
untouchables.
Yo, Cucurella is a rage baiter, bro. With that flamboyant hit that he got, like he's about to masquerade, like he's about to march during Pride Month with that big ass fro hair he got, bro. You know he's such a rage baiter, bro. Cucurella in a Real Madrid shirt going up against Barcelona, going up against Lamine Yamal, going up against Atletico Madrid, man, trying to agitate them, bro. It's not just the way Cucurella plays, right? It's how he tries to agitate you, bro. He tries to flop around you. He tries to piss you off. He tries to make sure that you are so agitated that you want to you just want to punch him, bro. That's how Cucurella also plays as well. And it was very, very nice to have that in the Chelsea squad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like we've always had players that have always tried to be that type of that have had those type of those agitations in the Chelsea squad, right? We had Diego Costa. Obviously, we got Cucurella. Sometimes we had Ivanovic. Like you want us. We had Antonio Rudiger as well. Let's not forget. We also have Antonio Rudiger doing Chelsea time, right? Those type of players that will just try to rage bait. Try to rage bait, and it's really sad because I don't think we're going. I don't think there's a player currently in our squad that can do that now that Cucurella is gone. That's what
Players
sucks
at
about it.
Chelsea. I wouldn't put him in the same bracket as somebody like Cole Palmer or Reece James, who Chelsea wouldn't sell at all. I think once they received an offer and it made financial sense, they were open to letting him go. The big question now for Chelsea is what they do next in the transfer market.
That's what
do
it
they,
is.
replace him, or do they think that they have enough strength in their squad to be able to cope with his departure?
Carve, any chance Enzo Fernandez?
Yeah, that is the biggest issue right now, guys. Right? That's the biggest issue right now. Where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? As if you're a Chelsea fan, like first, let me say this about Real Madrid. Yo, Real Madrid, if you guys are Real Madrid fans, shout out to you guys, man, because your president is cooking. I don't know what he's cooking now. I don't know what he's cooking in the kitchen, but that shit, I know that shit smells good, bro. Y'all know when The Rock says, bro, what The Rock is cooking? Bro, what is Perez cooking, bro? Because Perez is cooking and he's cooking so good. He got Konate on the free. Yes, I know a lot of people is going to have a lot of questions about Konate. I still think he's still a solid center back, right? He got Dumfries. It's crazy to me that nobody got Denzel Dumfries all this time for Inter Milan, bro, right? Obviously, Jose Mourinho is coming back. Jose Mourinho, yes, a lot of people are questioning if his tactics and his football system is outdated and it's like is left at the Stone Age. But in my opinion, I feel like you know Zidane didn't have a very strong football system. Carlos Ancelotti did not, and Mourinho. I don't think he needs to. He just needs to be able to manage the egos and just play defensive kind of attacking football that Real Madrid has always been good. Those type of transition football that Real Madrid has always been good at, right? So I have to say, all y'all Los Blancos fans, congratulations. Your president is doing so good. He is balling for you guys right now, man. Right? Like I don't even think President Perez, Papa Perez, is even done right because maybe he's trying to get a right winger, but he got Bernardo Silva. One of the biggest issues that Real Madrid had all season long was it wasn't your striking. I hated when Real Madrid fans was out here just blaming Mbappe for everything when he's doing his fucking job, bro. He's doing what he was supposed to do. He's scoring the fucking goals, man. He came close to breaking Ronaldo. He broke Ronaldo's goal scoring record, and he's come close to scoring almost 100 goals in a season, or at least reaching 70 goals in a season, right? The whole problem was your defense was shit, and you didn't have a Tony Cruz replacement. Who was your Tony Cruz replacement? I still don't think Bernardo Silva is the replacement going forward because he's in his mid 30s now. But at the very least, you have Bernardo Silva who got that experience. Bernardo Silva is a player who has the experience to do what he has to do to make sure that, he can at the very least, just hold it on for a bit. Just fix that issue that Real Madrid have, which is a a a, a midfielder that can control the tempo of the game. A midfielder that can control the tempo of the game. That is what Real Madrid has been lacking for a very long time. That Toni Kroos replacement. Bernardo Silva is that guy, and he'll give you that defensive walk rate for the defensive midfield as well. Because Bernardo Silva is a workhorse, man. The guy was doing everything for Man City, and I'm sure that he was still be even at his age, he was still able to do that for Madrid. Now, he's not the future replacement. Let's make that very clear. All your Madristas have to know this. He's not your future replacement, but at least for now, he can fix that hole that Madrid have in the midfield, right? Because Camavinga, um, Chouameni, Verde, those guys are runners. Those guys are box to box engine runners. They don't have the ability to control the tempo or try to do that deep line playmaking, trying to dictate that deep line playmaking passes from the back. Bernardo Silva can do that. Now, the defense was another major issue that Madrid had. Madrid had a very, very major issue at the back, right? Shout out, Eder Militao was injury prone. Antonio Rudiger was in and out. Ferran Mendy, bro. I even forgot that nigga still plays for Real Madrid, bro. I forgot he still plays for Real Madrid. As you got Asensio, you have Denhausen. Trent was injured. Danny Carvajal was in and out. That defense, that Real Madrid back line, if I remember correctly, had about 28 injuries, bro. Just around the back line. If I remember correctly. 28 injuries just around the back line. That's insane. That is too much. Way too much. Now, I do have to say this. Now that he's getting guys, he's getting Konate, he got Denhausen. Denhausen wasn't caught up to the World Cup, so at this very moment, at least he can rest up. You feel me? He had what do you call it? Who else? Dumfries. Now he got Cucurella. So now you got competitions, and your second choice backups are also still elite players. You have Cucurella and Dumfries who can be fighting for that position. I don't know about Carreras. I think Carrera was very good for Real Madrid last season. So, but we'll see what happens with Carreras, like maybe he'll want to leave. Who knows? Then you're getting Endrick back. So shout out to Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid are getting players that are just, they're getting players that will allow them to perform so well. Now, let's talk about Chelsea, guys. Um, by the way, I don't know if you guys just heard about this. Chalobah has been caught up into the England squad. He replaces Tino Livramento. Livramento got injured. You know. Shout out to Trevor Chalobah, man. Shout out to Chalobah. Really nice of him to go out there and you know get himself back in form. And what is it that I want to say? Yep, as you guys can see right here, 2 years. He was wanted by Jose Mourinho, right? Officially signed his Real Madrid contract. That is great. Now, let's get on to Chelsea, guys. I don't know what to say about Chelsea. I really don't know what to say about Chelsea right now. The only thing that I can say about Chelsea is, man, are we ready to have Hato? Are we ready for Hato? Are we ready for Hato to be that starting player? because it feels like like Chelsea are just coping. I won't lie to you guys. I feel like Chelsea is just coping. What Chelsea is doing right now is they are just trying to make us Chelsea fans to be at ease, to understand that, oh, we can let Cucurella go because we have Hato to and who has played well enough to be our starting left back, to be a solid solid replacement for Cucurella. And I do think Hato can be that solid replacement for Cucurella, man. Like in the first half of last season, he was poor, but second half of this season under Liam Rosenior, he was actually playing good. He was playing good football. I ain't gonna lie. He scored the goals under Liam, right? Scored the first goal under Liam. Made some amazing defensive clearances. Was very solid defensively. Joel Hato was amazing in the second half of the season. But here's what I want to say, guys. Is he ready to be the starting player of the left back of Chelsea Football Club? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think so. I don't think Hato is ready. We're talking about trying to put up elite performance, elite consistent performance at the left back position of Chelsea. You know why I despise Manchester United last season? Do you guys know why I despise Manchester United last season? Because Man United had a couple young players in the squad, but they had proven experienced players alongside those young players. Learning Euro and Heaven, they had Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Delit to teach them, to guide them, to mentor them, while also trying to win the games as well. Practical experience. Let's go to the midfield. Kobe Mainu, he had Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. The reason why we saw how Kobe Mainoo was playing so good last season under Michael Carrick was not just because of Michael Carrick believing in him, was because Kobe Mainoo had Casemiro to guide him, to teach him, to let him know, don't you worry, man. Any mistakes you make, I'm gonna cover it up. Bruno Fernandes letting him know, don't you worry, bro. Just give the ball to me, and I will take care of business in the final third. So much pressure was taken off of Kobe Manu that he was also learning so much. When Hato was making the mistakes under the Enzo Maresca had to come out and say Hato is not ready yet. If you're a Chelsea fan, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, of course, Hato was not ready yet because there wasn't no experienced player that could teach Hato, that could guide a 19-year-old. Who's going to teach a 19-year-old, bro? We don't have that. Cucurella was going to be that guy. But the whole team was just in shambles that I'm sure Cucurella didn't even have the time to teach him, bro. Cucurella didn't even have the time to teach the motherfucker, y'all. Oh, this is weird. Why is my live? I thought I'll have the views and then the live streams. Did they get what? Did they get rid of like how many live streams I we see now? Huh. Okay. Sorry guys. I don't know. I feel like some of you guys are just coming in and out and all that. It is what it is. I'm just gonna keep on talking. Like, are we ready for Joey Hato? A lot of people are very pessimistic about Hato being our starting left back. We also have the kid. What's the new kid that Chelsea just got from Strasbourg? He plays for Argentina. And can you guys tell me the name of the new kid? What's his name? I need you guys to tell me his name, please. Is it Marco or Balco? He plays for Argentina. Came from Strasbourg. He's like 20, 21 year old, man. Oh my goodness. Fuck. Uh, you guys are just watching me. You guys are not even like typing it up. I'm trying to see. Uh, what's his name? Oh my God, what's the kid's name, bro? Barco, right?
Yes, Chelsea
Yes, this
have
guy right
agreed a
here.
deal to sell Mark.
This brother right here. Hold up, I got somebody. There we go. Look at this right now. We also got Valentin Barco. I like this guy, but this is one of the major issues that I keep on saying, guys. This is one of the major issues that I have with this squad. I have with this team. You know, um, one of the major issues that I have, guys, is we have a 21-year-old, but who's gonna play alongside this 21-year-old to guide him? Who's going to play alongside Valentin Barco to guide him, to help him with what he needs to do? Like what we're doing here now, bro. Huh? To me, I appreciate what Valentin. I like this kid. This kid can play he's a deep line. He plays a DM, but he's more of a deep line playmaker. I mean, I don't think Caicedo is that kind of guy that will give you that deep line playmaking. He's more of a disciplined DM, right? He's a mix, he's a hybrid of being a destroyer while giving you that short medium passes. That's how Caicedo plays, right? Except that in Ecuador, he's actually having a lot of progressive distributions right now. I- In his in his country for his national team, Caicedo is actually playing just forward pass. I don't know if you guys are watching the World Cup, but Caicedo is balling, man. Even though they lost to Ivory Coast, Caicedo is actually playing very progressive passes compared to when he was at Chelsea. Because at Chelsea he had Rhys James, he had Enzo Fernandez, and he had Cole Palmer that he can just do short medium passes to, and those guys will do the long and the forward passes. In Ecuador, Caicedo is actually doing those. He's doing what he's not doing at Chelsea. Caicedo is also taking set pieces at Ecuador. This guy is taking free kicks and corner kicks. And honestly, I think his set piece taking is actually not bad at all. I just didn't know that Caicedo was this good at taking set pieces. Anyway, guys, let's talk about this kid right now. The reason why I'm trying to talk about Valentin Barco is this kid is talented, in my opinion. He could play as a DM, but he's more of a deep line playmaker, right? He could play as a CM, play as an AM as well, right? You can see if you guys look at his stats right here, if you guys look at my mouse, you see he has 93% chances created, 65% shots attempts, right? 19% defensive contributions. Yeah, he's a guy that's more about trying to give you that deep line playmaking. Now, here's my problem. Who's the experienced player that can guide this 21-year-old? Do we have anyone in our squad that can do that, guys? Do we have anyone in our squad that could guide this player? That's all what I'm trying to know, guys. I need y'all to let me know. You guys need to tell me. I'm down if y'all could tell me because I don't see us being able to do that. As one of the major issues I have with Cucurella, with our Chelsea squad, man. Our Chelsea squad is not good at just going out there and being able to find a way to score. I'm sorry, to find a way to have that experience. It's one of the major issues that I have. So Cucurella leaving is a very, very big miss. I'll always keep saying this, guys. It's a very, very big miss because now we don't have that experienced player that could guide us, guys. That's one of the major issues that we have. Now, let me play this guy. I'm sure this guy is so happy right now. This is a Real Madrid player. Let's see what he has to say. Yep. Let's see what he has to say, y'all.
I'm gonna be so real, yeah. I had no idea what's gonna happen this quickly. No idea. Because I have
Yep.
seen the last reports. I have seen the reports over the past week that Jose has made it clear, I want a left back. Jose made it a priority to Real Madrid. I'm not starting next
Now,
season
guys,
with either
I'm
Fran
going to be
Garcia,
honest with
Fernando
y'all.
Mendy, or Eduardo Carreras. He made it a priority, and Real Madrid basically
I
agreed.
don't.
And for the
I hope
past
you
week,
guys can hear
Madrid
what this
has
guy's saying, though.
been
I don't
actively
know. You
looking for
guys
a
are
left
not
back.
like letting me
And
know.
at the same time,
Can
I've
you guys
seen
hear this?
Cucurella's name in the transfer rumors, specifically leaving Chelsea, specifically going back to Spain,
I'm not
and
gonna spend too much
specifically
time
either
on
to
this
Barcelona
Cucurella topic.
or to Atletico
I
Madrid.
will. We are gonna
I
move
did
on
not
to talk
think that
about
Madrid was going to
what's
pull the
going on
trigger
at the
this
World Cup
quickly
and maybe
and
what's
for them
going
to
on at
agree a
other
deal this
transfers as
quickly
well.
and for Cucurella to join Real
By
Madrid.
the way, guys, please
This
like and
has
subscribe,
happened
guys. I appreciate if you guys could like and
so
subscribe. I
quick.
appreciate
So,
y'all
so quick.
for
And
sticking with
the
me.
first
Just like
takeaway
and
to make from
subscribe,
all of
guys.
this, the
I
first
would
thing to say
appreciate that.
about all of this is that Jose's not messing about. Wallah, he's not messing about. Jose, every name that he's telling Florentino Perez, I want him, I want him. Florentino Perez is listening. And that is the best thing we could have asked for, by the way. This is the best thing we could have imagined to happen to Real Madrid. That the names that Jose is giving, the names that we need, the positions that we need to address,
So yes,
is
guys,
getting addressed as quickly as
if you guys don't know, Jose Mourinho was actually the one who wanted Cucurella. He's the one who told Perez that he wanted Cucurella. He did not. Florentino Perez was not the one who made this move himself, who put the plug. Mourinho told him what he wanted, and then he got the other guys to, and then Perez decided to go for it,
2031. So a 5 year contract for Mark Cucurella. I mean, where the hell should we start? I mean, bro, oh my goodness. I did not think I was going to start my Sunday talking about another signing that Real Madrid have made. And I think this is the best place to start. I think the biggest surprise that any Real Madrid fan can basically make of all of this is that how active and how serious we've been moving even before the World Cup has started. Like, of course, the World Cup started. It's only been a couple of days. It's literally the third day of the World Cup. But before, we were like a month, 2 months away from the new season. And Madrid have already made the fourth signing of the summer. And that is Konate, Denzel Dumfries, Bernardo Silva, and now Mark Cucurella. A player that, let's talk about the player himself. Let's talk about Mark Cucurella as a player before we talk about how he can help Real Madrid and whether Real Madrid needed a Mark Cucurella. In terms of Mark Cucurella, I think no one can disagree with the fact that over the past 2 seasons, Mark Cucurella has been one of the best players, the best left backs in the world. Specifically, the season which he had 2 years ago. His season 2 seasons ago was the best season behind Nuno Mendes. And no one can even dispute that. Especially after the Euros that he had and the season which he had with Chelsea. It was that 12 months Marc Cucurella was playing to an elite level. And if there wasn't a Nuno Mendes, he would have been undisputed the best left back in the world. Last season, his level dropped, but that was a combination of Chelsea being an absolute circus, Chelsea going through arguably the biggest joke, the biggest drama which they've had, sacking Enzo Maresca, bringing in Liam Rosenier, bringing in another supply teacher, going through a bad patch. Just Chelsea of the past 6 months, ever since they sacked Enzo Maresca, everyone had a bad form. It was from Caicedo to Cole Palmer to everyone. Everyone performed badly for Chelsea. So I'm not going to look at Marc Cucurella any sort of differently. But The season which he had 2 seasons ago, the guy dropped one of a great Euros campaign.
It's a fact.
And then he followed
yeah.
up with the season before, he was
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna play the whole video of this guy. What I'm trying to say, guys, was he he Marco Cucurella is one of Chelsea's best player. That is a fact. He was one of Chelsea's best players. He was one of Chelsea's most experienced players. He's one of Chelsea's most veteran players. And now we are stuck in a situation where our experienced players are leaving, and yet we don't have solid replacements. We don't have experienced replacements. That's one of the biggest issues that I have. And that's what hurts me the most about this, guys. We are lacking experience and we don't have that no more. It's leaving us. It's disappearing, bro. What's going on? Like what's going on, guys? Our team is in shambles right now. Our team is in so much shambles, bro. They are making moves and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then I look at Chelsea and I'm like, what are we doing, bro? What is Chelsea doing so far? I don't know what Chelsea is doing. I literally don't know what Chelsea is got going on right now because the way I look at this, I'm like, it's not looking good at all for us, bro. It's not looking good for us at all. And that's why I kept wondering, God damn, look at this lady with this is the only thing she can do, bro. Just to show her cheeks, man. That's the only thing she can do. You can see. Oh, look at
Non,
Mbappé.
Neymar, attention Neymar.
Messi, c'est abusé en fait.
Ah ouais. Plus que Neymar techniquement. En technique.
C'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose. Mais en fait, Messi, genre, il fait tout bien. Genre, je vais te raconter une anecdote. On était à Paris, on faisait finition. Et à Paris, moi et Ney, on était dans le haut du panier, dans le football mondial. Hein. Lui, il arrivait et tout, on a fait 10 frappes. Les gens, moi et Ney, sur 10 frappes, on a mis 6-7. Tu vois comment on fait l'entraînement? Les gens, ils disent, ouah, Kylian et tout. Mais t'as pas vu Léo? T'as pas vu Léo? Genre, il a frappé 9 fois, il a mis 9 fois le même but. Genre, c'était en fin d'entraînement, il était un peu fatigué, genre, il faisait que des passes au filet. Genre, il tirait pas, passe au filet. 1 fois, 2 fois, 3 fois, 4 fois, 5 fois. Je dis, et moi, je vois le gars, je dis, ouais, t'as pas compris ou quoi? Non,
Neymar, attention Neymar.
Messi, c'est abusé en fait.
Ah ouais. Plus que Neymar techniquement. En technique.
C'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose. Mais en fait, Messi, genre, il fait tout bien. Genre, je vais te raconter une anecdote. On était à Paris, on faisait finition. Et à Paris, moi et Ney, on était dans le haut du panier, dans le football mondial. Hein. Lui, il arrivait et tout, on a fait 10 frappes. Et genre, moi et Ney, sur 10 frappes, on a mis 6-7. Tu vois comment on fait l'entraînement? Les gens, ils disent, ouah, Kylian et tout. Mais t'as pas vu Léo? T'as pas vu Léo? Genre, il a frappé 9 fois, il a mis 9 fois le même but. Genre, c'était en fin d'entraînement, il était un peu fatigué, genre, il faisait que des passes au filet. Genre, il tirait pas, passe au filet. 1 fois, 2 fois, 3 fois, 4 fois, 5 fois. Je dis, et moi, je vois le gars, je dis, ouais, t'as pas compris ou quoi? Non,
Neymar, attention Neymar.
Messi, c'est abusé en fait.
Ah ouais. Plus que Neymar techniquement. En technique.
C'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose. Mais en fait, Messi, genre, il fait tout bien. Genre, je vais te raconter une anecdote. On était à Paris, on faisait finition. Et à Paris, moi et Ney, on était dans le haut du panier, dans le football mondial. Hein. Lui, il arrivait et tout, on a fait 10 frappes. Et genre, moi et Ney, sur 10 frappes, on a mis 6-7. Tu vois comment on fait l'entraînement? Les gens, ils disent, ouah, Kylian et tout. Mais t'as pas vu Léo? T'as pas vu Léo? Genre, il a frappé 9 fois, il a mis 9 fois le même but. Genre, c'était en fin d'entraînement, il était un peu fatigué, genre, il faisait que des passes au filet. Genre, il tirait pas, passe au filet. 1 fois, 2 fois, 3 fois, 4 fois, 5 fois. Je dis, et moi, je vois le gars, je dis, ouais, t'as pas compris ou quoi? Non,
Neymar, attention Neymar.
Messi, c'est abusé en fait.
Ah ouais. Plus que Neymar techniquement. En En technique.
C'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose, c'est pas la même chose. Mais en fait, Messi, genre, il fait tout bien. Genre, je te racontais une anecdote. On était à Paris, on faisait finition. Et à Paris, moi et Ney, on était dans le haut du panier, dans le football mondial. Hein. Lui, il est arrivé et tout, on a fait 10 frappes. Et genre, moi et Ney, sur 10 frappes, on a mis 6-7. Tu vois comment on fait l'entraînement? Les gens, ils disent, ouah, Kylian et tout, mais t'as pas vu Léo? T'as pas vu Léo? Genre, il a frappé 9 fois, il a mis 9 fois le même but. Genre, c'était en fin d'entraînement, il était un peu fatigué, genre, il faisait que des passes au filet. Genre, il tirait pas, passe
Shout
au
out
filet.
to Mbappe,
Une fois,
man.
deux
Mbappe
fois,
looks
trois
so
fois, quatre
cool
fois,
here,
cinq fois.
man.
Je dis, et moi, je
Shout out to
regarde, je dis, ouais, t'as pas
Mbappe.
compris.
Brother looks so cool right there. Anyway, yo, I don't know why I'm having like big booty bitches on my timeline. I ain't gonna lie, like what the fuck? Like I don't know why, bro. Like, and trust me, chat, I don't goon, bro. I'm not a gooner. I'm not a gooner at all. Oh, this is actually cool to see.
Boston police officer with some pretty nifty soccer skills. Crowd of football faithfuls at FanFest, City Hall Plaza last night. Sergeant Hardy played soccer at St. Anselm's, and the crowd was loving his skills, cheering him on with chants as he kept the ball up in the air.
That's how it's supposed to be, guys.
Social media accounts have had
That's how it's
thousands
supposed
of
to be,
hits,
man.
and some international
I
sites that
actually
reposted
went.
the
So if you
video
guys
have
don't know, I actually live in
millions of views.
Boston, y'all.
We caught up with Officer Hardy this
I
afternoon.
actually live in
back at
Boston, so
FanFest.
this was really cool to see,
The
guys.
fans, both American and Scottish fans, were playing with the ball, and I think what they thought when I came over that I was going to be the fun police and actually steal their ball, but I did actually steal their ball, and then just kind of ran with it and did my thing a little bit, and it was kind of funny. I guess took off. Yeah.
You can steal the ball, right? Boston police tell us the First Minister of Scotland was so impressed with Sergeant Hardy that he personally came down to FanFest today just to meet him.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. Yeah, that girl's calling the first, right? That girl weighs at least 30 pounds. Yeah, man. Shout to the Scottish, bro. Yeah, man. Anyway, I do feel really, really, hurt with old boy leaving, I do feel hurt with Cucurella leaving. That's how I see it. I wonder how you guys think about it. What you guys think? Feel like if this guy does, he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, he does not give a fuck. But I do appreciate you guys, man. I do appreciate y'all. This is gonna be very insane. Is there anything else we gotta talk about? Cucurella is gone. Who's next? Yeah, this is the one thing that I also have to say, right? Let's look at Chelsea transfers. I know there's yo, we need Xabi Alonso to come in here as soon as possible, bro. I ain't gonna lie, guys. We need Xabi Alonso to come here as soon as possible, man. Because I like this is getting too much, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can't handle it. Like, why are we waiting till July for Xabi Alonso to come in, bro? This nigga needs to make a press conference and he needs to hurry up and talk. I need questions, bro. I need a question from Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso, I need you here, brother. I need you, please, because I'm losing my fucking mind. The only reason why I haven't like tear all my fucking hair off is literally because of the World Cup. I'm being honest with y'all, chat. Chat. If you're a Chelsea fan, where where we fucking heading, bro? Like, I don't see no direction. There is no direction at this football club. There's a direction at Real Madrid. There's direction at Liverpool. They got a new coach. The players just has to be healthy. They're just close to getting Diomande. Man United has gotten a player from Atalanta. His name is Anderson. They're definitely going to try to get more, obviously. It's just the World Cup is going on, so nothing that much. Like, come on, man. Arsenal don't need to do much right now. They just need to bring the whole squad back and then just work on the chemistry a bit better. But for Chelsea, what we got going on, bro? Have we become a selling club? Guys, have we become a selling club? People still say Twitter. I wonder if people still say Twitter, right? Now, guys, we still say Twitter, don't we? Be honest with y'all, man. It's very, very disappointing. Sorry, let's do this. Well, it's only been 2 days ago. That's not good. Yep, follow me on Twitch, y'all. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. Gotta be honest with y'all. I don't know what to say. It is not looking good at all. Yeah, that's true, man. This guy is talking facts. I'm gonna have to repost this because he's definitely true as hell. Hey, dreams do come true, man. Congratulations to Trevor Chalobah, guys. I'm sure you guys said that Chalobah has made it to the World Cup. Chalobah has made it to the World Cup, man. Chalobah has been added to the World Cup squad. Livramento got injured, and now Chalobah is gonna make it in. He's gonna replace him. So it's very, very congratulations to Chalobah for making it to the World Cup, man. Dreams do come true. Just believe. And I know that Chalobah is not going to take this moment for granted. I know that he would not take this for granted. He will go out there and he will keep on balling. He will keep on playing. He will keep on doing what he has to do to make sure that, he's not criticized or he's not hated on, bro. Just keep on doing it, bro. Sorry guys, been kind of busy. So shout out to Chalobah, man. I mean, right now we have what, two Chelsea players in the World Cup? That's actually not bad at all, man. Right? I'm sure you guys heard about like Livramento got injured at the England squad, and now they have to bring in Chalobah on. Now, if you guys remember, there is a certain date until the coaches can no longer call up players anymore. I believe that still works. You can only call up players when a player has been injured and all that. So it is gonna be very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Newcastle defender Tony Livramento is understood to have suffered a hamstring injury before England's opener against Croatia. Thomas Tuchel is expected to replace Livramento with Trevor Chalobah, the Chelsea defender. Well done, man. Shout out to Chalobah, bro. Really, really happy for him, man. Like, really, really shout out to him, bro. It's really, really happy for Trevor Chalobah and all that. Remember, guys, one of the major issues that I have right now, at Chelsea, is that we don't have experienced players, bro. And I think Chalobah being caught up will build him up and all that. You know what I'm saying? And let's take a look. Let's take a look at this as well, guys. Chelsea is looking at Real Madrid's Alvaro Carreras following the sale of Marc Cucurella. Carreras is well known to Xabi Alonso and would have no problems adapting to English football culture. Carreras still does not know his director what plans Madrid has for him, but Madrid's clear is not an untouchable footballer. So yeah, Carreras, like I think Carreras thought that he was always going to be the first choice. Is it left back for Real Madrid, and I think he played well last season, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like Alvaro Carreras was a very, very good fullback. Sorry, yeah. He was a very, very good fullback. He was very solid, man. I actually appreciate the way he was playing. I appreciate the football that he had. So this is gonna be very interesting for Carreras, man. Like shout out to Carreras, but now he has competitions now. You have Dumfries a right back, but you have Cucurella now. So are you gonna be relegated to the bench? Like what's going on right now? Keep in mind though, like in at Real Madrid, some of the best players will still be coming off from the bench. James Rodriguez was coming on from the bench for Real Madrid. At some point, Di Maria also came on from the bench. At Real Madrid, it's very likely that no matter how good you think you are, you could still come on from the bench, bro. That is just how it is. So I don't know, I was swapping, like what is this? I was swapping stepmoms in a con video. Like, what are we doing here, guys? Because I feel like that's what we're doing, bro. We're basically just swapping players. We're just buying and selling, but still swapping per se. So now that means that we try to get Carreras, and I think he's a very good football player. I ain't gonna lie, he's a good footballer, man. I watch a lot of Real Madrid, and Abel Carreras was very solid, bro. Very, very solid in my opinion. So this is gonna be very interesting. Let's keep the buy low key, like the sales. You know. Anyway, I trust Xabi Alonso. I just don't trust the ownership, bro. Like Cucurella only had one Champions League campaign in 4 seasons with Chelsea. So of course he's gonna want to leave, right? Of course he want to get the fuck out. If Real Madrid comes calling, you'd be an idiot to say no. I feel like Rhys James is not gonna go because he's an academy boy. Cole Palmer, I'm sure that he understands that, you know, he owes Chelsea a lot, especially how bad he played last season. Of course, it was injury. At some point, he was injured. Last season, especially the second half of last season, was one of the worst seasons of football I've ever seen as a Chelsea fan. We won almost 6 goals, not scoring a single goal and losing all games. We went about 6 games conceding 3 goals, man. At least 4 games we conceded over 3 goals, 3 goals and over. So the best thing for us right now is like the only thing we can do as a Chelsea fan is we just have to wait for Xabi Alonso. That's the only thing we can do right now is wait for Xabi Alonso. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long season for us, man. We're back to square one, guys. Let me just make this clear. We are back to square one. Nothing much that we can do. It is what it is, right? That's how I look at it. I look at it as it is what it is. This what's up. Has got to go. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I've been occupied reading some stuff. Alright. I think we're good right now, right? I had someone texting me. I didn't know I had 156 views. This 123 here, though. Hmm. All right, guys. What that's it for Cucurella and Chelsea. Let's move on to Spain versus Cape Verde, bro. So, guys, Spain versus Cape Verde, bro. My goodness, this is shocking to me, guys. Spain versus Cape Verde was shocking to me because I did not expect this game to end up as a draw. Even I knew that Cape Verde was gonna play a very tough defensive low block game. I knew that. I actually expected that, guys. I will not lie to you. I expected Cape Verde to play a very strict low block, but I was not expecting this. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold up. Just give in. By the way, guys, I wanted to ask this chat. What is the greatest World Cup team with your own eyes? Guys, what is the greatest World Cup team with your own eyes, guys? For me, Germany 2014 and Spain 2010. Because 2010 was the first time I got into 2010 was the first time I got into the World Cup. Was the first World Cup I ever watched. What about you guys? What was the first World Cup you guys ever watched? I mean, was it 1994? Was it 98 for some of you guys? Some of you guys are very young, so I'm guessing maybe 2018, right? Yo, look at this, bro. I bet none of you guys can do this. None of you guys can do this, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this, guy. You guys can't do this. None of you guys can do this. Well done. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. A lot of people have to understand, like some of these players may not be world players, but I'm letting y'all know, man. These guys may not be world class players. They're better than a lot of y'all, bro. They are better than a lot of y'all. So this is how the center backs are doing this type of training, right? Basically, they head the ball out while trying to hit the weights, push the weights right back up and head the ball out. It's very good for, like, if you're a defender, you're trying to clear out the ball out of your own box, or maybe center backs, or maybe doing set pieces. This training is very good as a defender, as a center back. Is very, very good for you guys. You're talking about set pieces. We're talking about trying to clear the ball out with physical players. Like, imagine going up against someone like Victor Yokeres, bro, or like, some big strong ass motherfucker, or like Benjamin Sesko, right? This training is very, very good. There's also one here, right here. This is a back to goal striker drill. It's a drill from a forward in the Korean league. I mean, look, they said this is a new device, though, guys. Oh, they listen to American hip hop. Okay, that's what's up, man. Oh, yeah, he don't got it like that, though. Oh, he's not that strong, though. You can tell the weight is too much, but that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do, man. Hey, there you go. Some of y'all niggas don't work out like that, bro. Some of y'all football fans. A lot of y'all are football fans, but y'all niggas are just fat, overweight, obese with high level of diabetes, bro. None of y'all niggas try to hit the fucking gym, bro. Like when I look at football fans or sports fans, right? I'm like, bro, how are you a sport fan, but at least you don't try to keep yourself in shape? I'm not saying to be as ripped as these motherfuckers. I mean, look, I'm not ripped. Yeah, fucking look at me, bro. I ain't ripped as fuck. Yeah, the fuck. I got right. I think this is decent enough. I think this is decent enough, right? I mean, look, this is decent. The fat. I'm not that fat like that. I look fat. I just got like a lot of more muscle mixing with my fat. Some of y'all niggas don't hit the gym. Y'all don't do nothing, bro. You just drink 5 bottles of fucking beers watching a game. Motherfucker, like truck drivers got more strength than a lot of y'all, bro. Yeah, niggas gotta go out there and hit the fucking gym, bro. Stop, like, don't tell me you're a fucking football fan and then you're not keeping yourself in shape. And the next thing you know, man, you're getting fucking diabetes, bro. Your fucking heart is skipping a fucking beat, bro. Your heart is getting overloaded by all the fucking fat in your fucking blood, in your fucking blood system, bro. Your cholesterol is going crazy. Like, come on now. What we doing here? By the way, I feel like I don't know. Whoa. What is going on here, bro? What is this? Going on with my OBS, man. There's always something going on with this OBS shit. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. I really don't know what is going on with my mouse right now, man. There's always something going on with my mouse. Always something going on, bro. Hard skimmer. Yeah, that should be a foul, though. So is it true though, guys? Like Cucurella, Rich James actually made something. Oh yeah. Sorry guys, I got something wrong with my mouse, man. I don't know what the fuck is. The fuck is wrong with my mouse, bro? What is this shit, man? Alright, thank you, man. Fucking hell, man. Should be annoying the fuck out of me. Rich James actually said something, didn't he? I don't have my shit logged in. Oh, whatever the case is. Yeah, sorry guys. Alright guys, let's talk about Spain versus Cape Verde, bro. This is a lot of people are saying that this is an upset. And I agree, this is an upset, guys. First of all, your Spain ranked number 2 is going up against Cape Verde, which is ranked number 67, a population of almost 500,000 people. Spain is going up against a team whose population is of 500,000 people, and Spain could not score a single goal against them. Now, I understand what people will be saying. Cape Verde plays such a defensive, low block team, but we all expected that. It's not surprising at all. We expected Cape Verde to play such a disciplined double low block, that proper Haram football. You know that Haram football? We expect them to play that, bro. But guess what? It's still not an excuse because we saw that with Spain. We expected Spain to do something about that. Hey, dear, you, dear, what's going on with you, bro? I'm doing good, man. How are you, man? It's been a minute, bro. How have you been? Everything's good? How you doing, bro? Man, dog, you've been like messaging me on Discord when you talk about your issues with your family and all that. I just hope that you're able to solve the issues with your family, you feel me? By the way, Bahode, how am I sounding, man? Am I lagging a bit or something? I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like my audio is not that good enough, bro. Sometimes I feel like my audio is not good enough at all. By the way, I hope everything's been good with you, man. I was just talking about Cucurella to damn, I'm late. Late on. Now you good, man. You're never too late, man. You're never too late, bro. By the way, I will still go live again. I'm going live again for France versus Senegal. France versus Senegal. I'm going live for that game. All right, son. God, thank you so much for that, man. Thank you. I kept wondering how bad my audio is. My frame. I feel like I'd be like glitching and shit, or I'd be crashing out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got a lot to fix. My setup has just been messy right now. My setup has been very, very messy. I did want to say I was talking about Cucurella to Real Madrid, and I said that Real Madrid got a very good player. I wish Cucurella the best. Unfortunately for us as Chelsea fans, this is a massive loss because we don't have a replacement that has the experience of Cucurella, right? For us Chelsea fans, we have Joel Hato, but Joel Hato is a 19-year-old kid, right? The problem with Chelsea right now is we are having inexperienced players that fills up majority of the Chelsea squad, bro. And that's not good for us. That is not what we need at all. Fuck. Right? Like that's not what we need, bro. What we need is experienced players. When I look at Man United has young players like Lenny Yoro, Aiden Heaven, and they have what do you call it? Harry Maguire and Delete, right? As experienced center backs. You go to the midfield, you have Kobe Manu, who's a young player, but they have what's his name again? Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, Benjamin Sesko. You got Embuemo and Cunha. What I'm trying to say is Chelsea's squad is filled up with too much youngins that it does not balance it up with experienced players. And by the time our youngins achieve that experience to be an elite, possibly world class player, guess what? The experienced players that we already have, they're gonna be in the 30s. They're already moving beyond. So the only thing I can say about Chelsea right now is the fact that Xabi Alonso is the only guy that I can hope on. I believe in Xabi Alonso. I think he won the Bundesliga with Bayern Leverkusen going invincible at a 70% win rate with Real Madrid, and I know Xabi Alonso will do wonders with Chelsea. That is how I look at it. That is my opinion on it. I wish Cucurella the best, but we move on. As Chelsea, we have to move on right now. So now I'm trying to talk about the World Cup, and I want to ask you, Barody, have you been watching the World Cup? Is there any World Cup game that you have been watching or you have watched at the very least? I know that this is the early stages of the tournament, so we don't necessarily get to have we don't get to see the big teams play yet, you know? Brazil versus Morocco was the major team that we saw already. Brazil versus Morocco, the major team that we saw already, you know? And there's other things that we got going on as well. Sorry, I got some people texting me. Like I got people texting me and shit. I wasn't even supposed to go live today. I ain't gonna lie. Wasn't supposed to go live today. But Spain drawing against Cape Verde was very shocking because we looked at the lineup and we thought that I think Spain thought that they could do something against this team. They thought that they could do something against Cape Verde. Spain came out not playing the strongest 11, especially at the front line. Again, Lamine Yamal is not healthy. I understand that. But you're bringing on Nico Williams at the 87th minute. You're bringing on Danny Olmo at the 81st minute. Lamine Yamal came in at the 71st minute, but I don't think, well, he did have enough time to do something. Mikel Merino as well. They thought that they could easily overrun Cape Verde, bro. But it, it lo and behold, it did not look that way. I have to give a very big shout out to Vozinha. Vozinha, the Cape Verdean goalkeeper, he was fantastic. He was amazing, bro. I love what I saw from him. Sorry, guys. Hold up. I'm trying to see if I can actually instead. Yeah, let's do this. All right, there we go. That should be good. Let me copy and paste this. Control C, Control V. No, let's do this. So yeah, give me a bit. Spain, Virginia, um, Belgium, um, yeah. You know what's funny, guys? I know a lot of Cape Verdeans. I know a lot of Cape Verdeans. There's a lot of Cape Verdeans in Massachusetts. There's a huge community of Cape Verdeans in Massachusetts, guys. Like we have a long line of people who are descendants from Cape Verde. So it's really nice to see them try to secure a point in the group, especially in the point where Spain is at right now. They're in a very, very tough group, and it's very, very unlikely that they will lose. Hey, there you go. You've been back. Oh, no wonder, man. I kept asking you questions and you didn't answer, so I figured that, you were gone as you were gone, but it's all good. It didn't matter in the end. So just give me a bit. I, I was asking you about Hodea. Have you watched any game, any World Cup game lately? Is there any World Cup game that you've watched that you have enjoyed watching? What do Americans do with all these big stadiums? Let's say it's your axe. We still gotta give people chances. Like who? Give people chances like who? Spain messed up by Hodea. They had an up they have the easiest team to go up against to beat and they failed to beat the team. Capo Verde is the easiest team for Spain to beat up. And for all we know, just because Capo Verde drew against Spain, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay could just as easily beat Capo Verde, right? And I actually mean to ask about dear, what country are you supporting? Obviously, you have Uzbekistan, right? And I will try to go live to watch Uzbekistan. I won't lie to you. I do want to go live to watch Uzbekistan. But other than Uzbekistan, who else do you have seen to go win the World Cup? Who else do you have? Maybe Portugal, Spain, France. A lot of the Spaniards and France supporters, they're not happy with this draw. Someone made $1 million bet. Did you know that? Someone made $1 million bet and they only walk out. They only made 85,000 about $80,000, bro, because it did not result like he was expecting a 5-0 win. So this lets you know how crazy things are gonna be when it comes to this group that Spain is at right now. Now, here's one thing that I have to say. I have to give up to Luis de la Fuente. Luis de la Fuente, he messed up in the fact that you did not start your best player. You should have started Lamine Yamal and then take him off for the sake of injury. Start Lamine Yamal. Let's see if he's able to unlock the low block defense and do that. Spain dominated everything in this game. The one thing that did not work in their favor was them being clinical and scoring a goal. Let me tell you guys this, bro. When you are dominating a team in a game of football, you need to score a goals. You need to score the goals that will reflect the performance your team is having. If you don't score a goal that is reflecting the performance of your team, especially when you're playing so great, then it's all for nothing. Nigga, take your performance, wrap it up, fold it up, and throw that shit in the trash. Because you did not walk away with the W. With the W. This. You did not walk away with it. So we can't just come out here and when I see people talking about how Spain is, Spain dominant, I'm like, nigga, we don't give a fuck about that. What we give a fuck about that, did you win? You were the better team, or even your defense was fine. Cape Verde barely did anything. The only threat they had was late in the second half. During stoppage time was when Cape Verde was like, okay, you know what? Now we're gonna go out there and we're gonna hit them on the counter attack. And people have to give a very big shout out to Cape Verde, right? Everyone's gonna support Cape Verde and give them a shout out because to be this disciplined for over 90 minutes of football against one of the most technical sides in this tournament is so impressive. It's so impressive. Pep Verde was so disciplined in the low block. Like sometimes, eventually, we always know that eventually a team will score, whether it's through set pieces, open play, penalties. Yet we are seeing Cape Verde not even allow a penalty to happen. We saw Cape Verde not allow any goal from set piece happen. Nothing from open play happen. It's just amazing all around, bro. And what Luis de la Fuente, what he failed to do was you should have started out with your best players, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. Those guys at both flanks was the reason why you became the reigning champion, the reigning hero champions, bro. Nico Williams at the left, Lamine Yamal at the right. Speed, chance creation, dribbling. Ferran Torres and Gavi, those guys can do shit, bro. Why did Luis de la Fuente play Ferran Torres and Gavi at both ends of the team? It makes no sense. That is not gonna work. Isn't that was not the plan at all? You don't do that. To me, at this moment, the way I look at this, I hope Luis de la Fuente has learned his lesson. Yes, Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, they were injured during the club season. Lamine Yamal is never fit yet. That's what people don't understand. Lamine Yamal is not fit. But start him and then you take him off. Start him and then you take him off. Let him know. Tell him, Lamine, you are not 100% yet fit, and I don't want to aggravate your hamstring. I don't want you to hurt your hamstring any further. So I can give you two options. You start the game, then you come off the bench, or you you don't start the game, but you come off the bench. You come onto the bench, or you start from the bench. This is where moments where Luis de la Fuente, he has to talk to Lamine Yamal about this. He's not 100% yet, so what are you going to do? The same thing with Nico Williams. Maybe you have them start. Maybe they put one goal up. Maybe it's 2-1. Maybe it's 2 goals up. Then you take them off. You bring in Ferran Torres and Gavi. Those two guys who, I'll be honest with y'all, man, I don't rate them like that, bro. I don't rate Gavi and Ferran Torres like that. How old is Ferran Torres? 26? Oh, nah, 26 years of age, man. And Gavi's still young. Yeah, Gavi's like 21. Let's look at Ferran Torres' stats. 0 chances created, 1 shots on target, 1 shots off target, 2 blocked shots. 26 out of 34, right? Which is 76%. 57 touches in the opposition, 57 touches, 6 touches in the opposition box. Bro, they did not allow this nigga to get into that box 18 that easily, bro. They were like, bro, you are gonna have to run over our dead fucking body, bro. This Cape Verdeans was not fucking around, bro. They were not fucking around. So now look at this. Look at the stats. Look at the stats of this, bro. 74%, 26%, 2.10 xg. Guys, they had 2.10 xg. Let that keep in mind. Let's keep in mind of that, guys. Okay. Let's that keep in mind. Like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? 27 total shots, 7 shots on target, 51 touches in the opposition box, and Spain could not do anything. Insane. Very, very insane. I think other people talked about it. Oh yeah. Yo, the Mexican walking out the Chicago Bulls walkout was crazy though. That was all as fuck. As a Bulls fan, this surprised me. Yeah, he was I know. Long of misery is about to end. Congratulations, everyone. This is definitely crazy, man. I forgot Mexico walked out. Yeah, sorry guys. Sometimes I always go over the place. Yeah, man. Scotland fans. Well, let's see what this guy had to say. I do want to check what this guy had to say about Spain and all that. Yeah, this is it right here, guys. This right here is a very big deal,
Yeah,
man.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, no one expected that the first game of the World Cup to finish 0-0, it was going to be
Yep.
Spain. And no
Yep.
one had this in their mind, specifically
Me too.
between Spain and Cape Verde.
I was not expecting this at all,
draws their
guys.
first
I was not
game of the
expecting
World
this at
Cup
all.
against Cape Verde in a very disappointing performance. And a very, listen, I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot to say about the Spain team, and I've got a lot to say about a specific manager, a specific individual who I think deserves all the blame for today's performance.
Yep.
And,
De La
and
Fuente.
we need to give credit to Cape Verde. I think Cape
The
Verde,
Spaniard
the
coach.
fight which they did, the
But shout out to
passion, the
Cape Verde,
commitment,
though. Shout out
the
to
fact that they managed to cover as
Cape
many
Verde.
ground as they did for
Bro, I feel
95
like we
minutes
always have a
straight
hard
is
time saying the
absolutely
country's
impressive. I
name,
think this
bro.
is an
You know,
absolutely
they also have a different name of
historic,
saying Cabo.
iconic
So
performance
you have
by
Cop,
Cape Verde.
and you
But
also have
this Spain
Cabo.
team, I'm going to be real,
Insane.
when they played this 11 and when they played a front line of Gavi, Oyarzabal, and Ferran Torres, I think everyone knew that it wasn't going to be positive, that everyone knew it wasn't going to be impressive, but you still thought they still had enough quality and enough ability to
Remember, I
break this
said that,
Cape
right,
Verde team
guys?
down
I said
and
that
to
as well.
pretty much get something
Yeah,
from the
I said
game.
this
It's
about
not going to
this.
be the most impressive
I'll be
or the
back,
most
y'all. I'll be back.
amazing performance, but you kind of knew that is enough without Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams and Dani Olmo and so on and so forth. But the first half by Spain, the biggest chance in which they had was the two chances by Ferran Torres. Two moments by Ferran Torres and a moment by Oyarzabal. The first half by Spain, it was very disappointing. They had no attacking width. It was just too many passes. They were trying to play narrow. They were trying to break it down. Great towards the end. I think the first 30 minutes, there was no urgency. You felt like Spain, it wasn't a World Cup game. It felt like Spain still felt like this is a friendly. Like the World Cup starts next week. It didn't feel like Spain actually took this game seriously. It didn't feel like they was on second gear or third gear. There was zero urgency in the final third. They were playing very timid, very, very timid. That slow build up and just happy just to play it sideways, backwards. There was zero urgency at all. Of course, towards the end, the last 5 to 10 minutes, they start to wake up and they start to understand that they can maybe get some success. If it's not from Ferran, if it's not from Gavi or from Oyarzabal, they can maybe get some success from the midfielders, where Rodri and Pedri managed to find some great passes to Cucurella, who made some good runs in behind, and that's where Spain managed to get the best chances. Cucurella managed to create the two of Spain's best chances in the first half, and Ferran Torres with an easy chance, which he missed, and another chance which he missed afterwards. And in the second half, you expected Spain to wake up. You expected Spain to basically start putting on the best players, start bringing on the heavy hitters, start bringing on the difference makers, the likes of Lamine Yamal, the likes of Nico Williams, the likes of Dani Olmo for Spain, the likes of Mikel Moreno for Spain. But there was no changes. La Fuente continued with the exact same 11, continued with the exact same style. There was no adjustment at all in the front line. There was nothing. It was zero changes, the same 11 and the same system that ended the first half, started the second half. And Cape Verde looked at it and said, yo, we've managed to defend against these lot for 45 minutes. We can get something from this game. And this is the first number one thing that you can't do, especially against a small nation who's got nothing to lose, but everything to gain. You're giving them a lot more confidence. So with every minute that went by, that Spain couldn't create, because Spain couldn't create nothing for the first 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of the second half. Spain's, bro, look at the difference between the first half to the second half. They start to create a lot more after that. But in the first 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, Spain couldn't create any sort of massive chances because Cape Verde managed to gain a lot more confidence. But the moment that the game changed, the moment that Spain became a lot more threatened and a lot more decisive in the final third, was the moment where Mr. Lamine Yamal came off the bench in the 71st minute. And that was the moment where Spain changed completely. But this is the moment where it even became even more mind-baffling. I never understood the tactics from there. I don't understand what happened from there. Because Lamine Yamal got brought on, and he had the first moment where he created the chance. He had another moment, but from there, Spain completely ignored Lamine Yamal, and they started to play on the left-hand side. I got to see on the left, I got to see Ferran Torres on the left. I got to see Cucurella. At one point, Rodri was playing on the left. You've got Lamine Yamal on the right-hand side. And there is, I want to check, you know how you get to see where the attacks is being divided by. I want to see the last 20 minutes between 71st and the 75th minute. I want to see which side of the flank Spain was attacking, because it felt like they were attacking more on the left than they did on the right. They completely ignored. There were so many moments, especially when they put themselves.
So when I'm thinking about Lamine Yamal, I feel like they did it because of his injury. Because Lamine Yamal is not 100% fit. Like that is a fact. We know this, you know. Lamine Yamal is very, very he's very, very he's not match fit. Because I feel like Spain thought that they could win this game without Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. And that's when the next thing you know, bang, they had nothing going on. But the fact is, like, you're starting Ferran Torres as a winger and you're starting Gavi left wing already lets you know how bad it was gonna be, bro. Right? Like, this is such a very, very big shocker, bro. Very, very big shocker. But look, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Well, I think Flex has to reflect on what he said,
Here
bro.
is my full apology to Cape Verde. People been asking for it, and I need to show I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of intelligence.
Okay.
I'm a man of compassion, and I'm a man of my word. I apologize to you, Cape Verde.
Yeah, guys, we had
I
four
predicted you man were
draws
going to
in
lose
one
8-0,
day.
bro. 8-0.
Four
And with the
draws
chances
on
that Spain
one
had,
day.
they should have won 8-0. But the fact of the matter is they didn't. And I still don't know how. Football's a crazy old game, innit? Football is a crazy, crazy game. And the World Cup, to be fair, I think what is already proved in round one, though, to be fair, in the first round of games, and we ain't even finished yet, but it does prove the mixture of results of actually the minnows and the teams that you diss and say shouldn't be there. They should. Maybe I'm looking at this thing through the wrong lens. I saw Ange Postecoglou say it on commentary. He goes, or on the punditry on ITV. He was like, "That's the beauty of football. It's the intangibles." It is, isn't it? Because Curacao got what you would expect Curacao to get, 7-1. Haiti should have got, you'd expect, on paper, to get destroyed by Scotland. They didn't. It didn't. Ask the Scots. They narrowly won 1-0. It wasn't an easy game. Spain, the European champions, bro. The number 2 ranked team in the world, I think, after Argentina. Held to a monumental draw by Cape Verde. Wow. Who else? Iran. I saw that Iran drew 2-2. Who with? New Zealand, I think. Bit more even, but, crazy. Australia beat Turkey. Was it Turkey? Yeah, I think how you say it now. Beat Turkey. Turkish fuming. Turkish walking around the 6. Walking around Toronto, discombobulated.
Yeah. Has Turkey made a video yet? Has Turkey made a video yet?
I was wrong. I can admit that. I was wrong. I watched the game. And obviously Cape Verde aren't good. But in terms of their defensive setup and how they stifled Spain and how they...
I feel like people have to understand, like, people keep talking about Cape Verde. What people have to understand about, you see, the problem is, if you're not African or you're not someone who doesn't, if you're someone that doesn't pay attention to African football, what people don't understand is that Cape Verde, bro, they beat Cameroon to make it to the World Cup. Do people know how historically good Cameroon is at the African Nations Cup? Cameroon, I think, has won 5 African Nations Cup. Egypt has won 7, and Cameroon has won 5, I think. They're the second team who has won the most African Nations Cup, and they were able to top Cameroon. They top Cameroon. Yes, Cameroon don't have the likes of Samuel Eto'o and Alex Song, and oh my God, Reggie Miller, right? Yes, that's true. Cameroon has fallen off, but they had Brian and Bremo. They had Bremo. They had some good solid players, and yet those guys still didn't make it to the World Cup. And at the same time, Cape Verde made it to the quarterfinals of the African Nations Cup. Cape Verde made it to the quarterfinals of the African Nations Cup. Like I'm not gonna be here and let people try to disrespect the African Nations Cup. Like, oh, the weight of making to the quarterfinals of the Euros is 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 higher than the weight of the African Nations Cup. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Just shut up. Oh, the weight of making it to the quarterfinals of the Copa America is exponentially more than the weight of the African Nations Cup. No, shut the fuck up. Cape Verde made it to the quarterfinals of the African Nations Cup. The African Cup of Nations. How the fuck AFCON? AFCON. Quarterfinals of AFCON. Yes, they pale in comparison to Spain. We all agree with that. But to say that Spain will beat them 8-0, bro. Curacao, right? Curacao. Let's see where Curacao is ranked at. Remember, guys, Cape Verde is ranked number 67, correct? Let's see where Curacao was ranked at. I think Curacao is even ranked lower than that, or ranked higher than that. Sorry, guys, give me a bit. They're ranked higher, bro. What's Curacao ranked at? Curacao is ranked 82. You guys can see it right here. Curacao is ranked 82. So Cape Verde is not a rubbish team. I don't know what Flex is talking about, bro. I'm so disappointed in what Flex is trying to say, bro. Oh, someone who's fucking texting me. Let's see.
Made sure that they did give up big opportunities. No, they did. But they made sure to keep going. They had a game plan. And you know what? To be fair to them, they could have won it at the end. They had a counter-attack where they picked the wrong option, and they had the header from a corner. So, in terms of a country as small as Cape Verde, what this has taught me, because it's about learning, this is about lessons, life lessons. It's about growth as a person. This has taught me to not underestimate any of these smaller nations. There are going to be games like Curacao, and, you know, I don't know who Curacao play next off the top of my head, but they could get licks. It might be Sweden, I can't remember. No, they're not in that group. I can't remember, but they could get licks, you know, and maybe they do lose every game 5-0. But there's going to be other nations that absolutely can maybe scrape through on 3 draws. Who knows? Now, listen, also the same thing with Cape Verde. Maybe they used every ounce of football's weird. The fact that they got a draw against Spain now, they might go and lose 2-0 and 2-0 in the other games. You know what I mean? They still probably won't win a game. But actually, to just discount them like I did yesterday was a massive learning curve. It was. I just couldn't see a world where they didn't lose heavily, let alone get a point. And that's what I do want to say. Everybody asking me to apologise is valid, is justified, because I said they would lose 8-0 and they didn't. They got a draw. So the
You said they're going to lose 8-0. I am fucking done.
Is huge. However, I'm looking around, bro, and not one person predicted that they would get a draw. Not one person predicted the game would be tight. So for all you people that predicted 4-0 Spain and 4-1 and a bit more respectable scorelines, where's your apology to?
Fair enough.
Where is it?
That's fair. That's fair, because I had Spain winning too. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'll give it a bin. Like, I had Spain winning as well. And you know, it's funny because I live in Massachusetts in the United States, and there's a huge community of Cape Verdeans. Cape Verdeans is huge in the United States. If you guys go to Cape Cod, in Massachusetts, in the state of Massachusetts, there's a lot of Cape Verdeans. So I'm sure that they're so happy right now. I have a lot of Cape Verdean friends as well, and I'm sure they're so happy at this moment. So he's making a good
Where
point
is
there,
it?
though. Like other people should apologize as well.
Because nobody predicted it was going to be a draw. Nobody predicted that Spain would drop points. Nobody predicted that Spain wouldn't win this game. So yes, I went overboard going 8-0. My hands are up. Banged. You got me. Bang to rights.
And one more thing, I think Flex said this because he saw Germany beating Curacao 7-1, and he thought that Spain would be able to replicate that. You know, like he saw Germany doing that.
But like Robbie was ringing me yesterday on the stream saying, oh, you think... He predicted 4-0. He was way off as well. Where's everybody else's apologies? But at the same time, you lot know me. The reason why I'm getting so much heat for that is because 8-0's wild. Like 8-0's taking the piss. That is what it is. Innit? That's the truth. 8-0's like is more of a disrespect. I think a more respectable 3-0 or 4-0 or 4-1 or even a 5-1 is like you're still taking into account that Cape Verde can be competitive somewhat. I wasn't doing that. So I think to be fair, I've answered my own question. My level of disrespect towards Cape Verde was higher than anyone else's. I don't think people are getting it twisted about why they're not shocked that. Like, I think everybody is in agreement that they're super shocked and most people's predictions is wrong. But I think how dismissive I was to Robbie and the guys on the show of like 8-0. I don't care who plays for the team. I don't care what they did in AFCON. 8-0. I was so dismissive that they would be able to do anything that it turned into disrespect. So I apologize. Cape Verde, you have my heart. You have my respect. I should never have disrespected you like that. And to all the Cape Verde nationals around the world, watching that game where you guys are, in tears and seeing the celebrations of the people in the stadium. That is what football's all about. You lot know me. I'm not a snob. I had a little bit.
One of the biggest issues I have with this FIFA World Cup, this World Cup tournament, is when fans, especially European fans, and this is coming from European fans, guys. European fans are so disrespectful. These European fans are literally just talking about, oh, this tournament should not be 48 teams. Countries like Cape Verde, Curacao, they don't deserve to be in this type of tournament, bro. Why does Africa have like 10 teams in this World Cup, or is it 12, right? But you realize that the same European fans will also be the same guys saying that this is what the World Cup is about. The expectations, the upsets, the unexpected. I am all for smaller countries being in this World Cup because the reason why is this is how they grow, this is how they evolve. Do you know how much money Cape Verde is gonna? Cape Verde is not gonna make it out of the group stage. We all know that. But do you know how much money Cape Verde is gonna have to take back home and then build more on the football infrastructure? The infrastructure in Europe, the football infrastructure in Europe is big enough, guys. That shit is huge. How much more can you add to the Spain infrastructure, to England infrastructure, to France, to Germany, to Italy? Oh yeah, nah, yes. Italy needs some football infrastructure, I ain't gonna lie. There's a whole lot of things that needs to be fixed at the Italian football, right? Especially at the national level. But I'm talking about like the Caribbeans, the countries at the Caribbeans, the country at Africa, bro. Some countries are in South America. They need to compete for the World Cup and play in this FIFA tournament because the money they make, they will bring it back home. And if the federation is smart with the money, they will be able to build a legit, solid, strong foundation of the national team. possibly even in the club football league. So I never understand why people just come out here and they just try to be disrespecting like these countries that they don't deserve to be in the World Cup. Like, what we doing here, man? Like, what we doing? Like, have we forgotten like how we all got here? Like, we forgot where we came from. At some point, Spain was just like Cape Verde, bro. At some point, England was just like Cape Verde, even though it was over 100 years ago, right? Anyway, I'm glad that I do want to play one more thing. I want to play Vozino highlights. I I do. I feel like we need to watch his highlights, and then we're gonna move on, guys. We're gonna move on to other games. I will still go live. I will still go live for France versus Senegal. By the way, this goalie is a 40-year-old man. I will be honest with you guys. These guys are not playing around, bro. FIFA, these guys, FIFA, they're not playing around, guys. Look at this meme. Look at this meme. You guys know about Shaolin soccer. Some of you guys are way too young to watch Shaolin soccer. This was Spain. Look at that. Look at this. Nah, this was fire. This is lit, bro. With one hand. Oh, he gave the ball back to him as well. This is Ferran Torres right here. This is Ferran Torres, and this is Vozinha, the Cape Verdean goalie, bro. He's like, shoot that ball, give him that ball back again. It's like, go ahead. Yep. Oh, look at Bruce Lee. Oh, he caught that shit. He caught it. Ain't nothing you guys can do, bro. This was Vozinha right here, bro. This was Vozinha. Shout out to Vozinha, bro. Okay, okay, we got some highlights here. We got some highlights here. Let's see what this brother was. This goalie was amazing. This 40-year-old goalie. Look at that. Look at that. My goodness. This save was huge. This save was huge. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, guys. Just beautiful. Very, very beautiful, man.
Grow up with my grandparents.
This is him. He's saying something here.
I cry
Let's see
because
what he has to say.
I grew up with my grandparents, and unfortunately they are not here. They died a few years before, and they was all everything for me. They give everything for me, for my life, and also because my mom, she didn't manage to be here because of the visa, I forget now. It's because of the money you have to pay for the visa. We didn't manage on time, and I would like she to be here, but I'm very happy also, and I'm very happy for all the Caverdian people. I cry because
It's
I
sad.
would like she to be here, but I'm very happy also, and I'm very happy for all the Caverdian people.
Capo Verde. I still want to know how he says
But,
it so I
I'm
can
very
say it
happy
right.
also, and I'm very happy for all the Caverdian people.
Okay, you can see right here, guys. You can see 7 saves this guy made, bro. And this guy went from this guy Vozinha, right? He gained 5.3 million followers after that impressive World Cup performance, and is still increasing. Cape Verde has a population of just around 500K. The effect of the World Cup. Look at this, guys. This guy was so great, man. Like he went from 50K to 5.3 million, bro. This is just amazing. Huge congratulations and huge shout out to Vozinha, man. Eventually, I still think someone's going to concede a goal. Don't get me wrong. Eventually, someone will score against this guy. But the way we look at it right now, the way we're going to see it, I'll tell you guys this much. This guy will, this moment, he will always be remembered for this moment. He will always be remembered for this moment. And you can see how everyone on the bench is like, how is this possible? How is this possible? Look at this, man. Amazing, bro. Just very, very amazing, bro. Like, so I just have to give a shout out to this guy. But anyway, let's move on, guys. Let us move on. Up next, what we gonna talk about? Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay. I'm not gonna say too much on the rest of these games because I'll be logging off. Talk about the draws. Shout out to Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, man. Almari scored the first goal, and then it took all the way to the 80th minute for Uruguay to score. I think Saudi Arabia in the first half and for the first portion of the second half, they were the better team. Uruguay is shit, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a bean with y'all, bro. Uruguay don't deserve to be ranked number 16. Uruguay is shit. Football is changing, guys. Asian teams are getting better. It's about time people start understanding what the fuck is going on. Asian teams, they are getting better, chat. Are y'all niggas listening to me? Asian teams are getting better, bro. They are getting better. This team was doing way good. They were dominating against Uruguay, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what the coach was thinking. The coach decided to do a lot of unnecessary substitutions, and the next thing you know, Uruguay equalized, and the game ended up as 1-1. And this game was after the Spain versus Cape Verde. So if you're Saudi Arabian coach and players, you're looking like, oh wait, Spain didn't get all 2 points. Spain only got a point. They did not get 2 points. What we can come out here, play as hard as we can to make sure that we get the necessary 3 points that matters, bro, for us. Can you guys fucking believe it? I felt like Saudi Arabia was the better team. Am I the only one that's tripping in that? Or do people think Uruguay was the better team? What do y'all think? Am I the only one that's tripping in this? Because I felt like Saudi Arabia, they held on, and this guy decided to switch to a back five. So let me tell you guys what happened in this game. Saudi Arabia came on attacking in this game. Almari scored a goal, beautiful goal by Almari, right at the 40th minute, 41st minute, 41 minutes. He scored a goal. Saudi Arabia held on. I felt like they were a better team. Sometimes the stats would make it sound like Uruguay was the better team. I don't necessarily think so, man. Saudi Arabia was holding themselves on for a very, very long time. Then all of a sudden, the coach, Saudi Arabia coach, Jorginhos Dinos, decided to switch into an all defensive formation to a back five. When that is a very, very big mistake. You don't do that. You don't have to do that all the time. He was trying to play around football. He was trying to channel his inner Mikel Arteta, bro. I'm like, bro, you're not Mikel Arteta, my guy. You don't have the likes of David Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Julian Timber, Calafiori, Declan Rice. You don't have those players. Keep playing what you're doing. Sometimes, let me tell you guys this, bro. Sometimes in football, attack is the way of defense. attacking your opponents is another way of playing defense, because when you're attacking your opponents, you're forcing your opponents to defend, and when they are defending, they're gonna have a hard time to initiate an offensive, bro. Of course, unless they're very good at transition football or counter-attacking football. But Uruguay does not have that at all. I'm letting y'all know that, chat. Right? Let me play the. Let me see if there can be some highlights. Okay, fuck it. I did not want to show this.
Where sends it over. Great save, Muslera.
This was the highlights also made. Saudi Arabia was dominating in this first half. They were dominating in this first half, and then you could see Almari with the goal. Look at that. Very nice goal right there. It's balling, bro, in my opinion, guys. They were playing some good football. And I don't know discipline like that. They're not defensively disciplined like Cape Verde was. Cape Verde was so disciplined, bro. Saudi Arabia is not. I'm just gonna switch it up for the sake of copyright.
And it comes from Varela. The diving header brings the save from Alois. Just out of reach from Maxi Araujo on the rebound. Saudi Arabia. Ugarte! Off the post and away.
Saudi Arabia has some chance. But my issue was your line Saudi Arabia to pack the bus like that is not gonna work majority of the time. That was the biggest mistake that they made. Allow me to take it back. I'll go full screen and play for you guys. Look at Araujo. Maxi Araujo. Araujo scored a goal, man. So what is it I'm trying to say, guys? What I'm trying to say, chat, was Saudi Arabia, the coach lost them this game. The coach lost them this game, and I'm not the only person that thinks so. Let me play this guy. Sometimes, guys, I just like to play other people to let you know that it's the same sentiments we have. Let's see if this guy had it. All right. Is this no, this is Iran, right? No, this is Iran, correct? Oh, I was trying to see what I was trying to say.
The same way Tunis sacked their manager, I need you to sack Georgitos Tunis. I've never seen I've never seen a manager sabotage his team the same way this guy just did, fam. How can you go from a team who in the first half was playing some great football? Great football you were doing in the first half. You had the game under control. You were the better team. You controlled the game. Uruguay was under pressure. You had the ball. You had more numbers in the final third. You created more chances. How can you go from that and then literally change your system, play 5 at the back, when there's no need for you to play 5 at the back? Why would you change the system? For what reason? You allowed, you brought in, you literally gave Uruguay a lifeline. You gave them a lifeline. All you had to do is just keep the same shape and the same system.
There you go.
If it's not broken, why are you fixing it? For no reason. Salim Adosari. Salim, are you from Saudi Arabia, or are you trying to get a passport from Uruguay? What kind of performance is this from the captain, from the best player? But my brother, you played against Saudi Arabia in the second half. You were against him. The goal which Saudi conceded came down to you being sloppy, being too nonchalant with the ball, being too lazy. They had one more chance afterwards. What are you doing, my brother? This, honestly speaking, might go down as one of the worst performances from a player in this campaign. The same way Tunis sacked their man.
I won't go that far, but there you go. Now you can see right now, man. Now, as you guys can see, that's what I was talking about between Spain versus guy. You can see how big of a mistake Saudi Arabia made. Saudi Arabia messed up, and I'm very inclined to agree with that guy for Saul, bro. Very big mistake. You don't get to do that. You don't you're changing the show. The coach was doing way too much, man. Why are you changing the team? You don't get to do that, bro. You have a chance to win. Go ahead and do that, man. Go ahead and do that. But as you guys can see, bro, it's what happens, man. It's what happens. Let's talk about the group. So I gotta give me a bit. Let's talk about the group. Give me a bit, guys. Is she flying? Sorry, y'all. Give me a bit. Actually, just create another window. And just go to my own YouTube channel, so now I'll make it sound like it's two with remote. I'm basically deluding myself. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, right? Hmm. This is awesome, man. I still got, oh wow, I got all the actually. Like the algorithm is getting better in my shit, man. I'm really happy though. The algorithm is getting better per se. Give me a bit, guys. Hmm. Alright, there we go. We should be good, right? We should be good. Alright, this is good. I'm just gonna minimize this and bang. Alright, now we can talk. Oh, fuck. Much better. Much better. Yeah, guys. So that's what I have to say with Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay. Now let's look at the table. The table right now is Uruguay is number one. Saudi Arabia is at number two. Spain is at number three, and Cape Verde is at number four. Spain still have what it takes to occupy the number one and number two spot, as long as they they win the next game, or at least they try to have 3 points and another team loses and wins. By the way, what I heard was in this FIFA tournament, this group stage, instead of using goal difference, this team's actually gonna use head-to-head matchup, guys. I had no idea. So yeah, this group, the FIFA World Cup tournament, they are using head-to-head matchups. This is gonna be so huge. I can't believe it. I can't believe that they're gonna use head-to-head matchup, bro. Like this is really shocking to me, guys. I'll keep it a bean with y'all. It's just shocking to me. I cannot believe that they are going to use a head-to-head matchup. So that means when they're using head-to-head matchup, right? Whoever wins, if they if the group could not rely on points to decide who advances, if the group could not rely on points to decide who advances, what they do is they rely on head-to-head matchup to decide who gets to advance outside of the group. If the head-to-head matchup does not work, right? If head-to-head matchups is split like a draw, what happens next is they are gonna use then they will use goal difference. So first is points, second is head-to-head matchups, right? And third is goal difference. I guess because I'm always watching the English Premier League, that the English Premier League relies on point first, goal difference second, and then I think head-to-head matchup. Whereas Serie A, I think La Liga, they use points first, and if points cannot decide who occupies the top position, they will use head-to-head matchups. And FIFA tournament is using head-to-head matchups in this. So this is gonna be very interesting, man. It's gonna be very interesting how the FIFA is using head-to-head matchups. Very, very excited, guys. I won't lie. I'm actually excited about this. I think this is gonna be such a very huge moment. This group H is gonna be a firecracker. It's gonna be one for the taking. I mean, I can't believe that all four countries drew, man. This is gonna be very, very huge. Very, very huge. But that is it that I have to say about Group H. I think shout out to Cape Verde, shout out to Saudi Arabia. I think Saudi Arabia had a chance to win. The style they were playing allowed Uruguay to be on the defensive, but when Saudi Arabia switched to a back five, when they switched to playing around football and parking the bus, it gave Uruguay all the time, all the lifeline, all the time in the world to have the ball and keep on trying to equalize as many times as they wanted, bro. And that was a very, very big mistake. I will always say this, guys. Sometimes offense is a good form of defense, bro. Attack is a good form of defense, and Saudi Arabia coach completely forgot that. But it is what it is, man. We move on, guys. We move on. I have one more game to talk about, and then that's gonna be it. Saudi, yes, Iran versus New Zealand. Shout out to Iran versus New Zealand, bro. My goodness. So this is another one that is leveled up. Yeah, Belgium and Egypt were leveled up. What the fuck is going on, guys? Like, what's up with everyone just fucking drawing, bro? We have two from Group H and Group G. All fucking drew. Belgium and Egypt drew 1-1. Iran and New Zealand also drew 1-1. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna go too much in depth. I'm gonna make this very quick. Very disappointing. Very disappointing from Belgium, bro. It was even an own goal that was scored from Belgium. Belgium in the last friendlies were very won. They beat the United States like 5-2. They beat another country like 5-0. And I was like, you know what? The way Belgium is scoring like 5 goals, they might actually give other teams, they might actually be a dark favorite to win at this World Cup. I came into and I watched this game and I was like, hold on, what? Egypt scored at the 19th minute and they were leading for majority of the game. They were leading, bro. And when Lukaku even scored that goal, even though he gets the credit for that, it was ruled as an own goal either way. So I was very, very shocked by by Belgium versus Egypt, bro. I know that Egypt is a very good team. Egypt is a squad that you cannot underestimate. They're a squad that will give you a problem. Don't get me wrong, man. They will give any country in this World Cup tournament a problem. They finished fourth place in the AFCON tournament. They made it to the semifinals, and I think they lost to Morocco. No, they lost. Who, who did they lose? They lost to Senegal in the semifinals, and then lost to Nigeria to finish fourth. So they are very, very solid team. They have Omar Mamouche, they have Mo Salah, and Mo Salah played really nice, man. Shout out to Mo Salah, bro. He gave the assist. Mo Salah played nice, playing as a number 10. And keep in mind, it's understandable because Mo Salah's legs is gone. Mo Salah, he needs to start learning how to play in the middle of the pitch, man. Your legs is gone. And seeing him play as a number 10 and give off that assist to a shot to score, it was very, very impressive to me, Chad. I won't lie. It was very impressive to me. I was very, very impressed. So I like what I saw from Mo Salah, bro. I like what I saw from Mo Salah, and I'm really, really happy for him. I know that he gets a chance to prove people wrong. He gets a chance to prove on slot wrong. And then all of a sudden, the next thing we know, Lukaku comes on, and just right around when he comes on, he scores a goal. That is insane to me. Right around Lukaku pulls up, all of a sudden he scores a goal. Like just wow, just wow to me, man. It is very very impressive by Lukaku. And I'm very disappointed with the fact that this Belgium team could not do no damage, bro. Doku was bad in this game. Trossard was horrible. Onana mid. Nigga, I don't even know why Kevin De Bruyne Like Kevin De Bruyne wasn't even that good, bro. Egypt was the better team. We're gonna keep it a bean, guys. Egypt was the better team. The stats might favor Belgium, but look, total shots, Belgium had 15, Egypt had 14. Like Belgium was not even like it was little neck and neck, guys. Look at the stats, even shows it. Belgium versus Egypt was neck and neck, chat. Neck and neck. But oh well, what can we say? It is what it is. We move on. Iran versus New Zealand, 2-2. Shout to Iran. Iran right now, they're dealing with so many things off the pitch. They are being scrutinized. I feel like they don't they don't have the accommodations that other countries, that other national teams would have. They can't stay in the United States. Yet this team went ahead and scored and was little fighting back. Every time New Zealand scored a goal, Iran will fight back. Congrats to Iran. I feel like Iran, they know that they're on enemy um grounds. Iran is on enemy grounds and they're still going out there and they're still fighting, bro. So shout to the Iranians. I don't know. I mean the politics. I feel like we always say keep politics away from football, but yet the people who are saying that they are the one that is putting politics in football. If we say keep politics away from football, then why does it feel like Iran is being oppressed? Why does it feel like the Iranian national team is not being given the accommodations that other national teams are being given? Iran don't even have a moment to rest. Right after this game, they had no choice but to hop on the bus, hop on the plane, and go back to Mexico, because that's where the camping. That's where they're camping at. To me, it's not really fair. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You cannot say keep politics outside of football, and then like the United States government is is being involved with the game of football, bro. And I don't know why FIFA is not doing anything about it. So shame on FIFA. FIFA is not doing anything about this at all. This is sad to see. This should not be it, bro. This should not be it at all. So shout out to the Iranians. The fact that New Zealand's literally could not do anything to find a way to win this game. New Zealand scored the second goal. A brace from Just. Shout out to Just. I believe that's his name. Just Elijah Just plays for a team called Motherwell. God damn. What the fuck? Motherwell. 26 years of age. Scored a brace with the striker. Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest. That's right. Chris Wood from Nottingham Forest with 2 assists. Like we all know Chris Wood is such a good player, man. Created the most chances, had the most touches in the opposition box, and took the most shots and had 2 assists for his team. And then you look at the Iranian team, bro. Shout out to both of these teams, but they have given a competition in this group. Now the way we look at this now, guys, Belgium, shit. I thought this group was going to be easy for Belgium, but I am so shocked right now. I can't lie, guys. I am so shocked at this moment. Group G and Group H is looking like such a very interesting group. I thought I thought it was going to be clear cut on who was going to occupy the number 1 spot, the number 2 seed, and the number 3 seed. Spain in this group is our 3rd seed, and you have Belgium in this group, our 3rd seed as well. Crazy, man. Crazy chat. So crazy. But anyway, that's how I see it when it comes to all this, man. That's what I think. That's how I say it when it comes to all these national teams. It's gonna be very interesting, man. Today we have France versus Senegal. This is going to be such a good game. I'm so excited. Unfortunately, I will not be here for the rest of the other games. I will be leaving. I have things I got to do. But France versus Senegal, I'm so happy that it's the first games at 3 p.m. Because, man, this is the group of death right here, man. Group I. The group of death is finally here, guys. The group of death is finally upon us. And I cannot wait. My prediction, I have France winning. But France is going to struggle against Senegal. That's a fact. I feel so sorry for Iraq because Iraq is going to finish last. If Iraq is able to pull an upset against Norway, I will be so shocked. If Iraq so much as pulls an upset against Norway, guys, it will be so. I will be like, what the fuck is going on here? But I think all eyes is going to be on France versus Senegal and Norway for Group I. Argentina, obvious win. Austria versus Jordan, that's going to be a good game. Jordan is a very, very strong team. Like I've been saying, guys, a lot of these Asian teams are getting better, man. There's a tournament known as the Asian Cup, and it is allowing these countries to get better at playing, bro. Jordan, Iraq, Iran, Egypt, Morocco. There's this Arabs, right? That Arab region is gonna be so tough. Tough, 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 bro. These teams are getting better, and I love it. It's no longer South America. It's no longer Europe. It's no longer like 2, 3 countries in Africa. So many countries are getting better at football. In the money, the football infrastructure is getting better. It's growing up, and we are witnessing it. We are seeing it. And all what I have to say is, you guys should be prepared. That's all I have to say. Be prepared because we are about to see greatness. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. I think that's all what I have to say about all of this. I don't know what else is there. Is there any other thing going on? Oh, she was actually in Cape Verde. Yeah, it's friends in 2 hours. I don't want to go too crazy on that. Oh, there you go.
It's got time
What is
for
this?
Jose Mourinho. He pinpointed him out of the crowd. He walked all the way across the pitch and he said, "Can my mum have a photo?"
Here he comes.
Everyone's
here he is.
starstruck by Jude, but everyone else on that family is starstruck by Jose Mourinho. And
There he is.
of course, he allowed him to have that moment.
Sorry about having your mum's fancy. You just said my mum's fancied him for years.
Well, there's her photo. I'm not sure what means more to her tonight. It's got time for Jose Mourinho.
That is funny,
He
bro.
pinpointed him out of the
That is
crowd. He walked all the way across the pitch and he said, "Can my mum have a photo?"
Here he comes.
Everyone's
here he is.
starstruck by Jude, but everyone else on that family is starstruck by Jose Mourinho. And
There he
of
is.
course, he allowed him to have that moment.
Sorry about having your mum's fancy. You just said my mum's fancied him for years.
Well, there's her photo. I'm not sure what means more to her tonight. It's got time for
fine,
Jose Mourinho.
Yo,
He pinpointed
Jude
him out of the
Bellingham
crowd. He
mom
walked
is
all the way across the
beautiful,
pitch
though.
and
I
he
ain't
said,
gonna lie.
"Can my mum have a photo?"
Mom is beautiful, but I ain't gonna lie. Some beautiful woman right there. Um. Oh, yeah. Rodri, thank you. Rodri's a bitch.
How's Darren Brent? How are you? I'm good, you? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm loving this World Cup. I've got totally in the spirit of it now.
What have you been up to?
I have just been loving it. I think international football, international knockout tournament football, it's like no other, isn't it?
Yeah, I weren't sure with all the added teams how it's going to go, but as you said, I've really enjoyed it. For me, the moment last night, I've been able to do the Spain Cape Verde game.
Yeah.
You know what it was? The scenes afterwards and the scenes on the pitch from the players, the performance they put in. Oh my! It was so special to watch.
Yeah.
That I was glad that I managed to do that game because that was incredible, absolutely incredible. But no, the quality's been good. I've really enjoyed it.
I think that those moments that you get, the Cape Verde moment, for example, I thought, when Cucurella got the equaliser against Germany,
yeah,
their fans going potty behind that goal, like that is just joyful, isn't it? Like that is football. That is what sport
you
can
guys
do.
ready?
And then they have
France
the
versus
hydration break, and then it
Senegal,
goes to
man.
pot
It's
off.
about to go crazy.
Is that wrong time when
That's interesting. Do you think that actually had an impact on the result?
I think so, because Cucurella, as you said there, they were in the ascendancy, they were playing really well, just got themselves back into the game, then momentum stops. And you know what top sides are like? They can make adjustments very quickly.
Yeah.
And I think Germany did that, and obviously the rest is history, 7. But
You are absolutely right, but the World Cup is off to a flyer. Now, though, what we're going to do is we're going to round up all the latest World Cup action on TalkSport, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Daily Tournament Roundup on TalkSport. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
This is one of those momentous occasions.
The fuck does people know
there's been
about?
all this negativity before the World Cup. It happens before every World Cup. There's lots and lots of negative stories. I know this time round there's been some particularly bad ones, right? But once it gets underway, and as I said, the fact that it's being played in America, the massive Latino community over there that's going to really bring a lot of colour to it and really bring a big attendances to it. Do you think that the Americans might embrace it? I mean, we know their main sport, American football, basketball, ice hockey. But do you think they might embrace it after this and say, actually, we're going to really take this seriously?
I think it depends on if America do well, being one of the hosts. If they do well and get some national pride and all that behind them, I think, yeah. If they have an indifferent tournament, then it'll probably be indifferent to the way the American fans. But if America do well, yeah, I think they'll capitalise.
I think their society has ingrained sports in it. So American football will always be the biggest sport in America to me. And that's because they go to college and they even watch college football. They have 100,000-seater stadiums to watch people in university play American football. Whilst I think it might inspire some kids to play football, without a doubt, I don't think it's necessarily going to take on, and if it does, it's going to take a very long time to catch up to the likes of Europe and South America, who have worked out all these philosophies and different tactics for a long time, and it takes a lot of brain power to do that, and they're not going to give you it willingly. They're not going to give you a competitor their style of football or whatever else.
But you know what's interesting? Their women's team traditionally has been very good, and they get massive support.
Yeah.
So I reckon if the men's team do well, then they will embrace it.
Emma Hayes is their manager now as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like there's too many sports in America in front of football, or soccer as they call it. You've got, like you say, you've got NFL, you've got baseball, you've got basketball, you've got ice hockey, and then you've kind of got soccer, football, which is probably the 4th or 5th biggest sport in the country. I think we're actually lucky that it's not the biggest sport. Otherwise, they probably have the best team. Yeah, you look at the Olympics; they're always winning all the medals. They've got the best teams in the population of America is like
huge.
It's ridiculously big. So imagine the teams that we've got and the talents that we produce, that Spain produces, France, South America, because football is the #1 sport. If it was the #1 sport in America, they'd be dominating World Cups and all of these things, and there'd be a lot more American players in the European league. So
and we are starting
hopefully they don't embrace it.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with them, because they'd probably run away with it.
Yeah, they would. So they definitely would.
I would. How much would you hate if USA won the World Cup?
Imagine they were favourites for the World Cup. Oh, it'd be awful.
That'd sting, wouldn't it? Trump going, we won the World Cup. We are the best.
No, he'd be saying, I won the World Cup.
Soccer officially.
He would be saying, I won the World Cup.
He would. Then he would be able to say champions of the world. And say that about every sport. So my days.
Yeah. Listen,
do you think they'll embrace it if they?
I think. Listen, like you said, their main sports are always going to be their sport, so you can't blame them for that.
Someone says Adrian Bowers and I lose on visual now, but yes. I appreciate you guys. I'm out, man. I'm gonna be back again for